What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchet REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. Super excited about this video. If you're new to us and we're new to you, make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let's get it.
Diesel engine. Amongst the top German inventions, the diesel engine invented the pressure-ignited heat engine, which went on to become the predominant power source for large industries. The diesel engine, named after Rudolf Diesel. After getting his degree in engineering in 1880, Diesel returned to Paris when he designed and built a modern refrigeration and ice plant. Experimenting with steam and ammonia vapor, Diesel eventually settled on an oil-based fuel that was injected at the end of compression and ignited by the high temperature resulting from compression. In 1896, Diesel demonstrated an engine with an unheard of 75% efficiency, and although refined many times over the years, the diesel engine that we use today is essentially Diesel's 1896 design. Diesel envisioned his engine being used by individuals and small companies to compete with larger companies in areas such as farming and construction. Today, the diesel engine is indispensable in the transport and construction industries. Number 9. Bunsen burner. The Bunsen burner was invented out of need and opportunity. In 1852, the University of Heidelberg wanted to hire noted chemist Robert Bunsen to head their chemistry department. To lure him, they promised to build a new chemistry laboratory. Like many European cities at that time, Heidelberg was installing coal gas lines for street and house lighting. The designers of the new laboratory took advantage of the new gas lines and planned to install gas not only for illumination but for laboratory experiments as well. The new laboratory opened in 1855 with 50 Bunsen burners ready for students and researchers to use. In 1857, Bunsen published a paper describing his burner design, and laboratories around the world began to adopt his superior burner design. Number 8. Electron microscope. One of the key inventions of the 20th century is the electron microscope. It allows objects to be magnified up to 10 million times, and it has literally changed how we see the world. In 1931, the German physicist Ernst Ruska and the electrical engineer Max Knoll created the first working electron microscope. Their early prototypes weren't able to magnify as much as an optical microscope, but by the late 1930s, Ruska and Knoll had significantly improved the devices. An electron microscope uses electrostatic and electromagnetic lenses to form an image by controlling an electron beam that is focused on a target object. It allows objects as small as a single atom to be viewed. Work on the electron microscope halted during World War II. After the war, scientists from all around the world began working on improving and refining Ruska and Knoll's design.
See, this right here is interesting to me because when people get sick, they get their blood and they send it to the lab, and the labs get those type of microscopes to really dig deep beyond the eye of what we can actually see. And then they start to see things in our blood that we normally don't even know is there. And then they say we sick. How you know it's not supposed to be there?
Because they study the stuff that's supposed to be there.
I'm just saying, it's like, you know, it's interesting that they have that type of level of technology now, I mean, that they have from then and all the way to how they use it now. But I think it's interesting that they can see beyond the naked eye with that.
Yeah, so what it seems like is that Germans like science and technology. That's what I'm getting the vibe from there. You know?
Yeah.
It's neat to know that we know all of the things and just didn't know where it was made.
Yeah, I feel like a chip going to come out next. They're going to talk about a chip.
No, please no.
Nah, where's up? Like, something.
Created the scanning electron microscope, which detects electron emissions from a target, allowing scientists to see more objects than is possible with Ruska and Knoll's design. They also created the reflection electron microscope, which detects elastically scattered electrons. This allows scientists to see how particles interact with other matter. Number 7. Printing press. The method of printing from movable type was invented by Johannes Gutenberg sometime around 1456. The scope of the invention included the creation of a metal alloy that melted easily and cooled quickly, which was used to form durable, reusable type and oil-based ink that was thick enough to adhere to the metal type, then transferred to paper or vellum and a press. The press needed to apply firm, even pressure to the printing surface, and it was likely adapted from existing vine, oil, or paper presses. Gutenberg was born in the German town of Mainz and became skilled in metal working. By 1450, Gutenberg received a loan from a financier named Johann Fust to continue his printing experiments. When Gutenberg was slow to repay the loan, Fust sued and won control of the type and press. It was under Fust's name that the first printed works, the 42-line Bible and a Psalter, were released. The Psalter in particular was magnificently decorated. Gutenberg's contribution was recognized, however, because by 1465 he was receiving a pension from the Archbishop of Mainz that included grain, wine, and clothing. Number 6. Radar system. It was first indicated by James Clerk Maxwell in his groundbreaking work on electromagnetism that building of radar-like systems is possible. It was materialized only at the outset of the 20th century that different instruments and gadgets made use of electromagnetic principles, with German scientist Christian Holzmeier developing a ship detection system primarily aimed to guide ships safely through the sea haze. Designing such systems which allowed the production of small radio energy pulses was an important step towards the creation of contemporary radar systems. Amongst the popular German inventions in marine engineering and aerospace engineering, radar systems picked up quick progress during World War II and were the key element that steered the Allies towards success. Number 5. The tape recorder. The next time you listen to music on the go, remember to thank a couple of German inventors. The first practical tape recorder, the Magnetophon K1, was demonstrated in 1935. During World War II, the Allies became aware of simultaneous radio broadcasts with unusually high quality. They were aware of the existence of the magnetophone recorders, but they didn't know about the existence of high-frequency bias and PVC-backed tape. During the war, the Allies captured a number of German magnetophone recorders from Radio Luxembourg. It was an American audio engineer, John Mullen, along with the famous crooner Bing Crosby, who really put magnetic tape on the map. During the closing days of the war, Mullen was tasked with learning about German radio and electronics. At a studio in Bad Nauheim, he picked up magnetophone, high-fidelity recorders, and 50 reels of recording tape. Crosby eventually invested $50,000 in the California electronics company Ampex, which became the world leader in tape recording. Number 4, the MP...
Hold on. So see, Era, which one do you feel you used mostly? Was it the tape recorder back in the day, where you had your cassette tape, or you could have put it in the car? Or was it the CD player?
It was the CD player.
You used the CD player more?
Yeah, because I want to say like we was on the brink of it being like new, being in.
And that's coming out too though.
Yeah, so that's when they were like huge. Like you still had to hold it in your hand, and it had a little clip, but you know it was big.
I didn't like them because the tape would always come out. And then you have to keep. I always use my finger, and I would just keep winding it back just so I can get it to play again.
Well, I would do that just to mess it up.
Different.
Because I mean, it was, I don't know, I guess a sensory thing.
Nah, I feel you.
Recorders and 50 reels of recording tape. Crosby eventually invested $50,000 in the California electronics company Ampex, which became the world leader in tape recording. Number 4, the MP3 music format. MP3 stands for MPEG Audio Layer 3, and it is a standard for audio compression, whereby music files are made smaller by a factor of 12 with little or no loss of quality. MPEG is an acronym for Motion Pictures Expert Group and is a group of standards for audio and video that are set by the Industry Standards Organization, ISO. The first standard, MPEG-1, appeared in 1992, and it was for low bandwidth. Later on, the high bandwidth compression standard MPEG-2 was introduced, which was good enough for use with DVD technology. MPEG Layer 3 or MP3 involves only audio compression. In April 1989, Germany's Fraunhofer Institute received a German patent for MP3, and in 1992 it was integrated into MPEG-1. In November 1996, MP3 received a patent in the US, and in 1998, Fraunhofer began enforcing its patent rights, making developers of MP3 encoders and decoders pay a licensing fee. In the early 1990s, Fraunhofer tried to create an MP3 player, but it wasn't until the late 1990s, when MP3 was integrated into the Windows operating system with Winamp, that playing MP3s really caught on. Number 3. Coffee filter. Melita Benz, a Dresden housewife, grabbed her moment in 1908 when contemplating why her coffee was always overbrewed and bitter. She wanted to eliminate the harsh flavor created by boiling loose grinds or using the traditional linen technique of brewing coffee. Benz patented the invention after realizing she could make a more delightful cup by filtering away the loose grounds with an improvised paper filter, and the family firm, Melita Group KG, now employs about 3,300 people. Hence, we hope that this video helped you explore the earliest and greatest German inventions which brought technological advancements that blow your mind how these inventions changed the world. Number 2. Chip card. The products of German ingenuity are in your wallet too.
Well, it's German. When you mentioned science and what was the other one? Technology. I was like, it had to do something with a chip that's gonna come with this one as well. And it's like number 2. So.
Well, don't go too far with that chip now.
Hey, the chip is already chipping. You know what I'm saying? It's doing what it's doing. But yeah, when you mentioned that, I already knew it. 100%. You help me.
And pins, SIM cards, credit cards, health insurance cards, IDs, and other anything else that holds data on a chip. It started in the finance sector when banks decided that a magnetic strip and signature wasn't secure enough and looked for alternative solutions. German engineers Jürgen Detloff and Helmut Gottrup developed the microprocessor cards as early as 1969 and patented them in 1977. Today, smart cards and chips are being woven into passports in Germany and Belgium, social security cards in Austria, and permanent resident cards issued by the Department of Homeland Security in the United States. Number 1. X-ray generator. German inventors and thinkers have dominated science for centuries. As well as discovering whole fields of medicine such as bacteriology, Germans are also responsible for some of the medical inventions we take for granted. The physicist Wilhelm Conrad von Röntgen discovered X-rays in 1895. Since then, its use in radiography has only increased, with almost 200 million X-rays taken each year in the US alone to diagnose everything from broken bones to pneumonia. If you guys like this video or this video helped you, please give the video a like.
Man, that's fire.
Yeah, that was cool to see everything that we use in daily life here. Was created in Germany. Look at that. I
would love to just go deeper though, to see like the mindset of what happened when this idea just came, when this big thought came in. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see that part.
Yes. I would love to know like the percentage of college or university graduates that you all have in the majors of science, the science field, the STEM field.
No,
I would love to see that. Because, I mean, if y'all leading in innovations and inventions.
What's next?
Yeah.
Got some projects y'all working on. What's next?
Yeah, so we hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Like this video, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. We have enabled our super thanks if you like to support the channel that way, as well as our reaction request forms in our description box below. We'll see you soon.
Peace.